think we're live. What's going on, everybody? At least I think we're live. I'm going to check here in a second. See it come up on the screen. Yep. Okay, it looks like we are. What's going on, everybody? Good to have you in. Happy Tuesday night. It's DISANITY. We are back and better than ever. Good to have everybody in here. I'm hoping Melissa's going to be in any minute. Talking to her sister. Got some news from her sister, so she wanted to talk to her for a few minutes. So she's on the phone with her sister at the moment. Don't forget to hit the like button so we can reach that mark right there before the end of the stream. It's DISANITY. Welcome in. Good to have you all here. We're going to have fun tonight. Got some news and notes to talk about. Going to do a Ask Us Anything section tonight for those that might be new and might have questions about us, our channel, some personal to an extent. Not too personal, but you can get a little bit personal, I guess. Anything you want to ask us, you're more than welcome to ask. We're going to do the Ask Us Anything section here in a little bit. And huge news out of Disney. We're going to talk about this. I'm sure you guys have all heard about it. But we're going to get into it. The big news out of Disney. But I don't know. We'll talk about it. Anyway, good to have everybody in here. We're going to do our mousekeeping first. Get all that out of the way. And then we'll get started. First and foremost, if you are new here, I'm Walt. Just like Walt Disney. And my wife's name is Melissa. We are Mouse Talk. Good to have everybody in here. Tuesday nights, DISANITY. Sometimes on Tuesday nights, we'll go from a park. Otherwise, we do parks on the weekends. Almost every Sunday. Some Saturdays here and there we'll do as well. And vlogs. We just posted a brand new vlog of Disney in May. Melissa did that one. She did a really good job. Very thorough. So you guys need to go out and check out that Disney in May video that she did. I know the majority of you in here are live streamers with us, and I get it. But, you know, we do videos as well, and any help you can give us the videos would be a big, big help, so we appreciate that. But if one of my mods could share out the video that we did, I'd appreciate that very much. But good to have everybody in here for all our members. Good to have our members. Your extra generosity and loyalty does not go unnoticed, and we're very, very grateful for that. We can't do what we do on this channel without you, so thank you. All right, let's get into a few things that we're going to talk about. Of course, don't forget, this Sunday we'll be at Magic Kingdom bright and early, 7:30 a.m. So if you need something to do in the morning before you head off to church, you're getting up and you're drinking your coffee and you want something to watch and you're missing the parks, come watch us. We're going to be at Disney this Sunday morning for our walk in the park. And now, I was thinking about it, we got to get back out to the park at night, Magic Kingdom. I know we do a ton of Magic Kingdom and a ton of Epcot. We're very seldom in Animal Kingdom. We're very seldom in Hollywood Studios. I'm hoping in the new year to find a way to change that because we don't give you a lot of content over there. I have my reasons for that. You all know them very well. But we're going to try to give us a little bit more Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios if we can. So that's probably going to be in the new year. Obviously, we'll get over there for the holidays because we want to see all the stuff for the holidays. But Sunday, definitely. But I want to get back over to Magic Kingdom at night so I can see the Disney Starlight Parade. Because we haven't seen very much of it. Close that door behind you there, Slim.
All the way?
Yep. He's not coming up the steps. There she is.
Sorry, I'm late.
That's all right. I told him you were going to be late. But anyway, yeah, we need to get back over to Magic Kingdom at night so we can see the Disney Starlight Parade. We've only seen it the one time. So we'll have to do that soon. Anyway. That's that. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, of course, don't forget, everybody. It's right around the corner now, November 8th. We got less than 2 months. We're going to have our first annual Mouse Talk meetup. And we're going to have it at Disney Springs, out over by House of Blues. And in between House of Blues and the Cirque du Soleil over there. So if you think you might be able to make it, November 8th, 10 a.m. It's a Saturday. Bright and early, right when Disney Springs open, which is great, we thought, because it won't be busy. We're going to have a hangout, have everybody there. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you think you can make it, send us an email right there. Emails are the best because that's how we're keeping track. AskMouseTalk@gmail.com. If you can't make the November 8th one, well, you know what? We're going to have one February 7th too. Same bat time, same bat channel. We're going to have it at Disney Springs, 10 a.m. It's a Saturday again. Same place, House of Blues, in between. It's going to be a lot of fun, right?
It will.
Yeah, we're going to have a good time. So we're hoping you guys can make it for that. All right, I think that's it on that. I think that's all the mousekeeping. Let's get into saying hi to everybody. Taylor's World is here. What's up, Taylor? Douglas Bailey. Jeannie's here. John the Bee's here. Bruce is here. JM is here. Scott Rao is here. Tara Enders is here. Doug Zippity Doo Doug's here. Mark F is here. 820 Chief Dan is here. Animal Zone Penny's here. Victor's here. Victor, hope you're feeling good. Hi, Janet. Puddin's in the house. We got to meet Puddin and his wife. That was awesome. Monica Odiette. Puddin, I didn't even ask your names. I should have. I didn't even think. We were just so happy to see you and saying hi and talking. We never even got your first names. I apologize. You're more than welcome to put it in the chat if you want. What up, G? Mr. and Mrs. Puddin. Right. What up, G? G. Wilson's here. Julie McCowan. Movie Mania Nick. Bruce. I said hi to Bruce already. Comments on vlogs are fun. Yes, they can be. Julie McCowan. Heather Springer. What's up, Heather? Hey, Gregory. What's up, buddy? Yoo-hoo is here. Joe Chamberlain's in the house. Kim Daniels is here. Mark Langenkamp's here. Let's see. Who else is here? Stacy Bailey's here. And Scott DeCal is here. It's Jerry. Okay. I knew that. I didn't know that. Jerry and Veronica. Okay. All right. I'll try to remember that.
Try, yes.
Yeah, try is the big word with us, if you know us.
Well, my boss's name is Jerry, so that'll help.
And Veronica, I'll just think of the, from the, what's the comic with Veronica?
Jughead?
Yeah, I think so.
Or whatever that was called. Yeah. Archie.
Archie and Veronica, I think.
That won't help.
Jeff Condon, welcome in. Looking forward to finding you guys in the parks January. Yeah, that'd be great.
Likely story.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll believe it when I see you. At least I know what you look like now.
Zane Lax, hey!
I have your card all filled out. Everything when we thought was going to see you before. It's sitting on my desk.
Zane Lax, welcome in. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Let's see. Is it... All right, I think that's everybody. I think we're up to date. Okay, all right. Good to have everybody in. Yeah, I told everybody we got a couple news stories we're going to talk about tonight. We'll just kind of talk about life in general, what's been going on. What we got planned, I know this weekend. Emily, welcome in. LSU mom. We'll start with John AB, welcome in too. We'll talk about a life thing we're doing this weekend. Joe Paris, welcome in. Hello from Oceana Naval Air Station, my hometown of O-Town. Getting ready for the air show this weekend with our Navy Blue Angels. Very nice. Nice. Amazing. Is that over... Joe, is that over? Are you over in Pensacola? Are you on the Panhandle over there? I know the Blue Angels are normally over that way. So that's very nice. Welcome in. Everybody say hi to Joe Paris.
Very cool.
I don't know if I said that right, but Joe, welcome in. So this weekend, and I know a lot of you are going to say, man, it's way too early for this. But what are we doing this weekend?
There's a Christmas craft fair in our town where we live. And I guess it's like a 32nd annual thing, and they do it Saturday and Sunday, and it's an all-day thing. And I guess it benefits one of the local food pantries because you do pay a small entrance fee.
$6.
But if you bring some, non-perishable food items, they'll give you a discount. And so it's for a good cause.
Yeah.
We're going to check it out. I think they have a bunch of booths, and it must be all indoors. I'm thinking it's a large because it goes for two days, Saturday and Sunday. So.
Right. Hope Voller, welcome in. CC Bus, welcome in. Joe good. Michelle, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope the girls are doing well. Mike Lapine, welcome in as well. I'm kind of excited about it. You know us. Christmas is our jam. We love Christmas anyway. It's kind of early. I'm actually kind of surprised they're doing it this early.
Well, I'm wondering, though, if it's to help get you started or shopping, or I'm excited about it.
I am, too.
And at least it's a pay week. So.
Yeah, that's true.
That could be a bad thing, though.
It's a week we might have money.
Right.
So
we can maybe get some gifts if we find something. I would really like to be able to start doing things early instead of always being so last minute.
Yeah, we are. Well, usually we're last minute because that's
we're waiting for Walt's bonus.
Right. My bonus is middle to late December, and it's like, thanks for making us wait till the last minute.
Christmas Eve shopping.
Yeah, exactly. Bruce asked Melissa, "Did you make that card that was in the prize pack?"
No.
There you go.
Sorry.
Steve, Stardio Studios, welcome in.
I was trying to remember the card that I sent you, but no.
Yeah, so we're going to this Christmas craft fair this weekend. We're hoping it's good. You just never know with these things. Sometimes you go there. We did it with a balloon festival. We still joke about that, but we went to the balloon festival and was like, what is going on? There was no balloons at the balloon festival.
Way too early. We found out people go and just sit around for hours to wait for the balloons to go up, and we just didn't want to sit there for hours because they made it sound like there were a bunch of booths there that you could shop and food, and there was like nothing. So you literally would have to get, like, we didn't really bring any lawn chairs, so we were just standing around, and we were like, okay.
And we're leaving, and we left.
So I got made fun of for picking the balloon.
By me, nobody else. Yeah, they didn't do it. I just was kidding.
He's like, we're never doing that again.
If my stuff was at the craft fair, it would be outstanding. I mean, outstanding on the dock. Heather did.
No.
Stop.
Heather is very talented.
I know.
And so is Mark. They both have some skills.
But anyway, so I'm excited. I'm hoping this weekend it's fun. I'm going to vlog it. I am going to vlog it because I want to see what it's like, and I want you guys to be able to see what it's like. So that'll be fun for sure. Why is that funny?
I don't know. I have a terrible headache tonight.
Anyway, so yeah, that's going to happen this weekend. We're going to go do that. And Sunday, that'll be Saturday. Sunday we'll be at the parks. And LaBelle, welcome in. Julie McCowan says it's never too early for a craft fair. That's true.
Sure
that is true.
Lots of different things, not just Christmas themed. I hope they do have a good amount of Christmas themed stuff, but it'll be good to see. I picture it to be almost like, in my head, it's like the booths at the Strawberry Festival where they sell different just crafts in general. I kind of hope it's kind of like that.
I hope it is, but I really hope there's a
stuff.
Yeah, it's got to be if you're advertising it as a Christmas craft fair. Yeah. There's got to be some kind of Christmas crafts there.
Certainly. But I hope they have stuff you can buy for people that's not Christmassy too, like homemade stuff.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too.
You know, that's why I'm hoping, handmade things like a real life Etsy.
Yeah, exactly. So, but we'll see. I don't know what they're going to do, but it should.
I don't know what to expect.
I don't either. But Creepy Pants. Yes, Creepy Pants. We saw them last time.
Creepy Pants.
Anyway.
Oh, those were awful headphones.
I liked it. I thought it was ingenious. I thought it was smart.
The pants?
Yeah, the pants with the flowers in them.
No, they were awful. Things of nightmares.
I thought it was different. It's definitely different. Anyway, all right, so that's the first news. That's the first story I wanted to go over. We're going to wait on the Ask Us Anything portion until the end. So let's go over my first news story.
Yeah, Jeannie, Walt says we're vlogging it. I just found out.
What's a vlog? You don't have to do anything.
I don't do anything anyway.
Yes, you do. All right, so
I can talk about stuff.
I think Melissa's going to be upset with this. So this is what the new cool ship is looking like.
They got rid of Flight of the Navigator?
Yeah, it looks like Flight of the Navigator. A modernized replacement installed after classic Tomorrowland cool ship demolished. Joe says best art festival is when the Disney Art Festival was held at Disney Springs. Joe, we never got to see that.
I bet that was great.
So let's talk about this. The new cool ship kiosk has been installed in Tomorrowland at Magic Kingdom, revealing its modernized look. The updated kiosk has a completely updated style, and it is missing the titular, however you say that word, spaceship on the roof.
I mean, it looks good. I mean,
I don't like it.
It looks Tomorrowland-ish. I mean, I just liked it that they had the model ship because it came from Hollywood Studios and they kept putting it in other places. It was a nice little Easter egg.
I guess I don't like it.
I hope it's not gone.
Cool Ship and Cool Scanner suddenly closed in May and were completely dismantled. Disney made no official announcement about the closure, but Walt Disney World website still states Cool Ship is temporarily closed for refurbishment, whatever. The new structure confirms that Cool Ship is getting a brand new look, the latest in a series of updates to Tomorrowland that remove classic styles in favor of sleeker, modernized elements.
Is it any bigger than the prior? I'm trying to tell by looking at it and what the whole point was.
Doesn't look any bigger than
I'm just kind of curious why you had to take the whole thing down and put something up when it wasn't even something I think that was used all that much. Is it worth the money?
Theme Park Giant Thad, welcome in.
Was it necessary?
He says he missed them today. Yeah, they were there. There's the old one. Okay. Remember, the underneath part was the spray part, okay, where you just got wet. Okay, so here's my opinion on it. This getting away from the fun...
Sorry.
What are you doing?
Leave me alone.
Okay, so Disney getting away from the fun, really fun theming, the over-the-top theming, is getting old real fast. I don't like it. I don't think they should be doing that. It definitely looks like the Jetsons. Yeah, it kind of looked like the Jetsons,
Yeah,
Joe. I
you're
agree.
right.
But I don't like it. I don't like that. I think that they go too modernized, too bland and boring. It's bland and boring. It is. I'm sorry. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. But when I look at it, that's bland and boring to me. There's not a lot of fun colors in there. There's not a lot of fun different aspects to it. It just looks boring to me. I'm sorry. I like the idea of the cool ship up there. The Flight of the Navigator was really cool, and I thought it looked really neat. Thad, I think it's still behind walls. I don't think it was like open. It's still behind the theme walls. So if you weren't, yeah, it's still behind the scrim walls, like Melissa said. So if you weren't looking for it, you probably would have just bypassed it.
Yeah, you'd have to see that from like up on People Mover.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't like when they do this kind of stuff. They're doing it at all the resorts. These resorts are getting away from the really good theming that they have, the fun theming. They're going bland and boring and neutral in those places. It's just making Disney like every other park, every other theme park. That's kind of what made Disney unique. And they're just not unique anymore. What do you think?
They're still unique, but they're dumbing things down, and it's not as fun and Disney-esque, I guess I should say. Hey,
well,
Charlie,
yeah, that's
nice
ultimately
to
what
see
I'm.
you.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's
getting at.
just-
Hey, Nathan, Rita.
I think, hey, Nathan. I know they just try to, quote, modernize everything, but they take away that little special Disney flair where it adds the Disney side of things. It's just...
Yeah, nothing's.
It doesn't scream Disney.
No, it doesn't. I mean, if you were to show me that picture and say where is this, I never would have thought Disney. I just wouldn't. It would have been one of my last ones. If somebody would have just taken a picture, hid everything around it, so there were no hints or clues of where it was, and said, "What do you think that is, and where do you think that is?" I'd have been like, "I have no clue. I have no idea what that is." But the other one, the old one, some of the old stuff, you know right away. That's at Disney. That's at Disney. You knew it. They're just getting away from that. Yeah, they're definitely getting moderate, Doug. I agree. They definitely are. Modern does not always equal interesting. No, Joe, it doesn't. That's the thing. It is modern, but it's not interesting. I think Melissa hates modern. She's not a fan of modern at all. It's not a style that she likes, right? Yeah, it's just not her thing. It's one of the reasons.
I don't really love the contemporary. I don't like that kind of style.
Yeah, but the modern decor seems to be the way Disney's going everywhere, and it's just kind of a bummer. But anyway, so that's that news story. I just saw that last minute before we went live, and I was like, wow, that's what they're doing with Cool Ship. So I don't know if the Flight of the Navigator ship is actually gone, or if they put that in storage. I'm hoping they didn't dismantle it, but who knows? Looks like a building that came from the Edward Scissorhands film. I never saw Edward Scissorhands.
You're right, it does.
I never saw it.
It's funny, that was actually filmed, that mall is actually in Lakeland, where the Edward Scissorhands is. That outside that looks that, it's here in Florida.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh, interesting. Now, the new Polynesian building looks nice. Animal Zone, I like the look of the new Polynesian building. I haven't seen the rooms, but even that, it isn't over the top. It's very subtle, and it's still modern to an extent. I like the outside area of it. I thought the outside area was pretty. I'm not over the top happy with it, and I just think they're getting away from it. I'm worried because now they're refurbishing Animal Kingdom Lodge. They're refurbing those rooms, and I've seen some what looks like concept art of what those rooms are going to look like, and they're doing the exact same thing. They're modernizing them. They are blanding them. They're not going to look as nice. I don't like that.
Good one, Anne.
Cool Ship is no longer cool. Exactly. That's exactly right. Now, Joe says the rooms at the new Poly are very nice. Yeah, I'm sure they're not. But is it, Joe, is it like themed really well? Because that's what I want.
Feel like you're at the Poly.
Right.
I guess that's what, I mean, we went in and saw the building, and it's beautiful and it's nice, but does it give you that same, like, hey, I'm at the Poly? Yeah. That's what I'm curious.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard Walalulu Bar has good food. We're going to try that soon. That's a walk up though. That's not a place you don't make reservations. I think that's a walk up. But yeah, speaking of rooms, when we stay at Wilderness Lodge, we always stay at Boulder Ridge, which is the old Wilderness Lodge. It's got the old rooms in it. I love those rooms. I think their theme's great. Copper Creek are the new rooms. They're more modernized. They're nice, but they're modern. It's boring. It's bland. It's not as nice. It's not themed as cool. I don't feel like I'm in the wilderness when I go inside the Copper Creek room. When I go in the Boulder Ridge side of things, I feel like I'm in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think the feel is totally different. It's not that they're not beautiful and nice and sleek looking, but do they give you that same vibe when you're supposed to be? Do they give you the poly vibe? Do they give you the, hey, I'm in the a lodge vibe? Do they feel like I'm in the African, safari? Do I feel like, that's what used to be great about Disney. You get that feel where it would immerse you into the theming of that actual resort. Yeah. And now I feel like that's going away.
Yeah, in a lot of places it is. I think for us, at least where I felt it the most, where it hit me for the first time is when they did it at the boardwalk. When they went inside to the boardwalk in the main area there, and they kind of, remember when they did that area that was once a store, and then they made it just a sitting area and was very bland and very boring, and everybody's like, what are you doing? And that's when it first started for me to feel like, oh man, they're getting away from the fun and making it very neutral. The old Poly is immersion, the new Poly is not. Yeah, that's kind of true. The new Poly, we've been in the new lobby. Beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful, and it's subtle, and it's got a little bit of stuff here and there. But I like the old Poly. It's over-the-top Poly, and that's what I want when I'm at Disney. But that's just me. Kind of like the Universal room you stayed in at Epic. Those were bad, Animal Zone. They weren't good.
They're very just bland and boring and too modern. Like that makes Disney's look fabulous, to be honest. I was very disappointed.
Yeah, at least in the moderate that we stayed in, we were very disappointed in what we saw. We weren't happy with it at all. We were like, where are we?
Yeah.
But especially for a moderate. Now, I'm sure the deluxes are great, but
we've been in those hotels too, and I don't feel like even when we went in Helios, like it was nice, but everything's very clean lines and boring, and like not even watching other people's vlogs. I don't look at that room and go like, oh my God, I'm in a really high-end, nice resort, and I feel like I'm part of Universal, or I feel like I'm, part of this, as beautiful as Epic Universe is, that hotel inside, I think, in those rooms is very disappointing.
Yeah, for sure. Barbara, welcome in. B. Murray, Barbara from East Tennessee. Welcome. Good to have you here. I hope you're doing well. I think you're new here. If you are, please consider subscribing. We do this on Tuesday nights. We talk Disney. We chit-chat with everybody in the chat. We just kind of make it personal and fun and just kind of shoot the you-know-what. And we go from there, but we talk Disney and fun stuff. Bruce says you'll end up being issued a jumpsuit and number as you check in once they go full sell. Maybe. But I don't know. Well, I don't know. I think personally, Disney World as a whole is as big as it is, as popular as it is, as much money as it makes. I feel like sometimes it's the redheaded stepchild of the Walt Disney Company. I don't know why. I just, I look at what happens over at Shanghai, and I look at what happens at Hong Kong Disney, and now what's going on at Disneyland Paris, and Disneyland's got new stuff coming too. And then I look at us, and I'm like, some's okay. The whole Coco thing and the Indiana Jones thing, maybe. The Monsters Incorporated thing sounds cool. I'm hoping it's going to be what it's going to be. I don't know why. I just feel like we're the... I look at the rides at Hong Kong Disney. You got the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Shanghai. You've got the Tangled ride. You've got the Peter Pan ride. You've got the Beauty and the Beast ride, which is phenomenal. We don't get stuff like that. I would be so happy if they came out with a new dark ride and say, we're bringing you a new dark ride, folks. It's going to be a new Tangled ride. And it's just like the one they have in Shanghai. I'll be over the moon.
Why can't we have something of our own?
That's fine too. But what I'm not...
We have so much to work with. We have so many IPs and so many things that aren't present in the parks. They're getting special new things. There's no reason why we can't get something new that somebody else doesn't have.
Right.
They eventually brought us Ratatouille, And I feel like they could have done, even though it's cute, you're still wearing 3D glasses. They could have, for the time frame between putting them in those two different parks, they could have stepped it up.
Yeah.
And it's basically a carbon copy of something that was
It
already,
is.
5 years old?
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong.
It's cool.
Villains Land's coming, and
that's true.
You just don't know, and the Cars thing is coming.
Yeah.
But I'm now so gun shy, and I've talked about this ad nauseum with Disney, and you've all heard this from me 1,000 times. Mm-hmm. I'm so gun shy with Disney now that I worry. I get scared that the juice is not worth the squeeze, if you get my meaning. That they say one thing, and it's never what we expect it to be. Maybe my expectations are too high. I don't think they are. Not for the prices we pay.
When they keep raising the prices every year, our expectations should be high. You know, they're giving you less for the money you're paying. Things are going up in cost. Yeah. But you're getting less for it.
Yep. Barbara says, "Hi, Heather. I've been subscribed for a month or two. Great. Thank you. We're glad you're subscribed. I've been researching my upcoming trip, which is finally here.
That's amazing.
Congratulations. I hope you have a good trip. If you see us in the park, come say hi. Cars being in Magic Kingdom is what feels wrong with me." I would agree. I don't think Cars really, if you're going to do Cars, it should have been in Tomorrowland. They should have just made it where their Speedway is. They should have just put it there. They should have just closed that down.
If they're doing it in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, if they're doing it in Magic Kingdom, they should have just shut it down, made it over there in Tomorrowland, made it a futuristic Cars, but still Cars, and done something there. I don't know. I think that's they missed the boat. They
constantly want to put things in places and just force fit it. That's what they're doing. I mean, even Guardians
of
the Galaxy. I love that ride. It's probably one of my most favorite rides ever. But it being in Epcot is weird. Yeah. Right? I mean, I'm like, I kind of forget that it's there sometimes. It just doesn't seem like that's where it belongs.
Yeah, I would agree. Totally agree, 100%. But anyway, we'll see. All right, so that's that. I want to get in before, because it's already 8:30. I definitely want to give you guys the Ask Us Anything here in a little bit. And make sure you have questions for us. I really like to answer questions. We got Thrift Store, Little Mermaid, and Communicore Lido Deck. Say Flex. It's true though. Communicore is like the Lido. It's the God's honest truth though. It's really bad in there.
Right now it's really bad. The Food and Wine Festival started and they kept it as the Goofy Summer Fun, which is the most boring, ridiculous thing. And I'm like, I thought they were supposed to theme it according to each festival that started. Summer's over now. Kids are back in school. Yeah. Do something. Right. And I don't know if they're going to leave it like that. Does anybody know if it's changed or is it still that goofy?
I think it's still the goofy thing.
It's ridiculous.
And LaBelle, that's very true. 100% true. She says Disney needs rides like Universal Orlando Harry Potter rides. Mm-hmm. Those are so fun, especially the one in Hogwarts Castle. That's probably my favorite ride in Universal. Of course, Epic now has a few rides. I love Forbidden Journey. Mm-hmm. They have screens plus practical effects mixed in and transitioned together really, really well. Disney at Walt Disney World doesn't do that. They do it in other parks. They just don't do it here.
Because I feel like Monsters Unchained is basically just a ripoff of Harry Potter. It's a little bit more, little different. Obviously a totally different theme and not kid-friendly.
Did you take aspirin?
I took Advil.
She took Advil already, Joe. Don't tell me what to do. Somebody time out Joe Chamberlain. No, I'm kidding. I haven't been in 20 plus years. I cared. I asked you what was wrong. I've had some sticker shock for sure, says B. Murray. Yeah, Barbara, it's expensive.
Yeah, everything's expensive.
What's up, Nick? Nico DeGrico, welcome in. Good to see you. But anyway, there's things Disney could do to really go over the top. Don't get me wrong. Guardians of the Galaxy is great. I think Tron's okay. I don't think Tron's great. If Tron was 20 seconds longer, it probably would be awesome.
Tron's fun.
It's fine.
It just does go fast.
You're done in 3 seconds, it seems like.
It's fun.
The takeoff's fun. And I mean, you're indoors for 5 seconds, and then it's over. I don't know. I don't dislike it. I like it. I just wish it was longer.
Yeah. But it is cool.
That's funny, Ann. It's true, though. Guardians would have been a little more exclusive or excusable if the building didn't just end up a warehouse in Go Away Green and Bye Bye Blue.
Yeah.
Mark says,
good
Epic
too.
has nothing to compare with Guardians, Tron, Flight of Passage, or Kilimanjaro Safari rides. I am quite pleased. Hopefully Monsters Coaster will be fun too. Epic has nothing to compare with Guardians, Tron, Flight of Passage, or
So he's
Kilimanjaro.
saying he likes those.
He likes them better.
Which I see. All those ones you picked are excellent rides. The top ride's probably in Disney for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
I think we just like Epic because it's the beauty of it is one thing. It's a beautiful park. And
Yeah.
I think,
And Mark, I'll disagree with you. I'll disagree with you right now. I've ridden Stardust Racers. Stardust Racers is better than any Disney coaster except Guardians. And the only reason why it's not as good as Guardians is because with Guardians, it's just themed. You get the music and it turns. That's the only difference. Stardust Racers is pretty amazing in my opinion. I also really like the How to Train Your Dragon coaster. Hiccups coaster,
It's
Wing
really
Gliders.
fun.
That's an amazing coaster.
It really is.
That's as good as any coaster in Disney.
Yeah.
It is. Other than Guardians, it's just as good as any other coaster. Monsters Unchained, amazing ride. I'll compare that to Flight of Passage, and it's different, but it's very good. But I agree. I mean, Flight of Passage, Guardians, they're great.
Flight of Passage, I teared up the first time I rode it.
Yeah, me too.
It's fantastic. Ride.
Yep.
It's actually our son's favorite ride still.
Yeah, Walter.
He adores Flight of Passage.
Yep. Hi, Karen.
It's
Karen
still
Krishna.
great. It definitely is much different than anything anybody's done. I agree with that. So.
Yeah. Disney still has. Don't get me wrong. Disney still has the major footprint in the theme park world, but their gaps are closing, and I
That's
just
the
want
thing,
I just want them to have something a little bit different in there.
But it's good that I think we were talking about this the other night. That we're saying how we were talking about like what if Universal never got Harry Potter? Well, then Disney probably would be the giant, and they wouldn't have anybody to challenge them. I think at this point, with Universal getting Harry Potter and all the things they've done since, it challenges Disney to have to be better, and I think that's a good thing. It puts some pressure for them to make sure they're doing something.
Yeah.
So they do have to answer to this,
Yeah.
and I think they're gonna try. I'm just gonna have faith that these new things they're doing are gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Because, see, when I look at it, Mark, you're right. Mark says, and Disney does not claim to be a thrill ride park. No, they don't.
And I'm kind of glad they're not.
No, they're not. Of course they're not. Universal has picked their niche where Disney really doesn't try that hard. Right, but Disney doesn't have to try hard either. That's the thing, and that's what worries me about Disney is they don't have to try hard. Because to be honest with you, of the rides you mentioned, Mark, you mentioned Guardians, Tron, Flight of Passage, and Kilimanjaro Safaris. Flight of Passage and Guardians are the only two to me that are over the top amazing. Safari ride, as much as I like it, I can go do a safari ride at a lot of other places that are going to be the same animals.
I never have, so I don't know how they compare to Disney. I know there are other parks where you can do it, but I've never done it to be able to say, hey, Disney excels at this, or
and
hey,
Tron,
this was the same for me.
And Tron, to me, I'm sorry, but I don't think Tron's that good. I prefer Big Thunder over Tron.
I do too.
I prefer Space Mountain over Tron.
I'm excited for Big Thunder.
I don't think Tron's all that. I really don't. I don't think that's the catch that everybody, well, I don't know that everybody thinks, but they must because it's still got long lines. Just my opinion. Immersive ride, Rise of the Resistance is still my top. Rise is great.
Rise is great too.
Rise is a great ride.
Mm-hmm.
And again, maybe I'm
Rise
spoiled.
is an experience, so it's definitely
Megan?
again very unique compared to what you're getting somewhere else. I really wish they would fix the things though that aren't working.
Yeah.
With the guns that used to slide out and shoot, they haven't worked for so long. Little things there that make the difference.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a much better indoor coaster than Rock and Roller Coaster. It is. I don't know, Sony. I don't know. We rode Mummy not that long ago. Revenge of the Mummy is fine.
I have never done Rock and Roller Coaster, so I just did Mummy for the first time. In the last month? So I can't compare them yet. I do have to do Rock and Roller Coaster before it goes away. I've been dreading it, but I need to do it.
See, G. Wilson says, I don't have to ride Tron on every visit. I'm the same way. I'll ride it when Walter and Andrea come down because they've never done it. But unless they want to do it again, unless the kids want to do it, if they don't want to do it, we don't have to do it.
I don't think we've ridden Tron this year.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Or Guardians.
Yeah.
We haven't ridden, now that the virtual queue went away, we're never in the park long enough, and we haven't had like a long stay to where we could do early entry.
Yeah.
So makes me sad because I love Guardians. I haven't ridden that. We haven't ridden it all year.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, and don't get me wrong, guys. Disney's still number one in our book. We love Disney. We always go to Disney. We're not at Universal that often, but fair is fair. I mean, I give Universal their due where they deserve it. I guess I just want more from Disney. That's all.
We also don't have annual passes to Epic yet. So once that comes out, hopefully next year, I'm sure we'll be spending a good amount of time there.
Yeah, probably. All right. But I prefer Tron over Tiana. Yeah, me too. Well, I don't know.
Depends on my mood.
I don't know. Tiana's is a very long ride. It's long. You're on there for a while. You know, Tron, you're done in less than a minute.
I guess it would depend if, do I want fast or do I want to fall?
Right.
Sometimes I don't want either.
Exactly. All right, so I got to get into this next news story.
Oh my God.
I read this today. I thought
it was pulling my chain.
I thought it was funny. So here we go. So let me read the story. So this is the updated version, but Paddlefish was robbed. So basically what happened was there was a burglar that stole cash from Paddlefish at Disney Springs. Let's go over. Let's see if the basically the Orange County Sheriff's Office stated earlier today that an unknown man entered the business after hours, talking about Paddlefish. He took some cash and left. The robbery was just after midnight on Monday, September 15th. So they literally just did this. They shared details from a report released by the sheriff's office. The man apparently swam up the Paddlefish in scuba gear, which is, of course, a restaurant housed in a building shaped like a steamboat at Disney Springs. He found a place to store his wetsuit and scuba gear, and then he enters the manager's office where 2 employees were counting cash from the day to place in the safe. The report is kind of redacted, but the man forced the employees to go into a corner of the room and close their eyes. According to WFTV 9 sources, he also tied up the employees. He then stole between $10,000 and $20,000. According to the employees, he left within 2 minutes. So he got $20,000 in 2 minutes. They called 911 after freeing themselves. Neither were hurt, and the burglar did not brandish any weapons. Investigators believe the man then put on his scuba gear and jumped back into the Disney Springs lake. He was not found after an immediate search.
So let me ask you this.
And there's the picture of the guy.
You have no weapons, and 2 people, you told them to go in the corner and turn around. If he didn't have a gun or a knife, why wouldn't they just, attack the guy? If it's 2 against 1.
Because perception and reality. Just because they said he didn't brandish a weapon. He could have said, I got a gun. I'm going to use it. He could have said anything. And people don't want to take that chance.
And they do train you not to fight back. I know places where you work, they're like, just give them the money and be safe. Right. So I do know that. But it just seems a little... Walt even said earlier he wonders if it's an inside job.
I do. I here's my thing. Brandy Baez, welcome in. And Mark, you're right. Lots of families say their teenagers prefer Universal thrill rides, but the younger kids prefer Disney and, of course, 25 plus resorts to pick from. Disney wins resorts hands down. That's true. I agree. Nicer resorts. But, well, they have more resorts.
Yeah, but they're also...
But Universal's gaining.
They are.
They have 10 to 12 now. Nice. Well, I haven't seen all of them, so I don't know.
We've seen a lot of them.
Anyway, so here's the thing. This story to me is almost borderline...
Fishy? Ha! No pun intended.
Movie. This is something that you write in a movie. So for some reason, somebody's sitting at home and goes, I think I'll rob Paddlefish tonight.
Planned it out.
I know.
To get into Disney Springs, you have to go through security. It makes sense. If you can find a way to get in the water, Paddlefish's restaurant is literally, you can climb up that boat somehow and get to the water to get there. It makes the most sense if you're going to rob any place in that area to be able to get to it.
Okay. So here's the thing. So where does he go in? He's got to go in over at Saratoga Springs, right?
Maybe.
Right? He's got it. Well, he's got it. It's got to be a resort. It's got to be a resort. Where else is he coming from?
Maybe it's a guess.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But he's got to be coming from Saratoga Springs. He's got to be coming from somewhere. He's not going to swim all the way from Port Orleans Riverside over under the water. Maybe he will. That's a hell of a long way if he does. Either way, he comes all the way over. He has to get out of the water. How the hell did he get... I keep saying hell. I'm sorry. How the heck did he get out of the water and not get noticed?
Well, it was midnight, so it was dark.
Disney Springs is open till like 2.
But I don't know that anybody would be over near Paddlefish. It closes at like 10. So I don't know that anyone would be over there. There's only restaurants over there. There's not really any shops. It's not any of the hustle bustle areas.
I don't know. I just think it's weird that he was somehow, he or she was able to get in after midnight without being noticed, got in there, was able to take all their gear off, store it, get inside somehow, because I would have thought the doors would have been closed and locked.
Well, that was what I was just going to say, too. Unless somehow he scaled and then, like the main entrances, like from the boardwalk might be shut, but maybe if he scaled upwards, like the other entrances on the other decks are open?
I don't know. I have no idea how he got in. But then he gets in, and he happens to go right in there. He knew where the office was. Otherwise, wouldn't he have been like searching around? I don't know how many people were in there. I just think
Unless he was searching around till we don't know how long he was.
Yeah, we don't know how long he was in there. I think this is fishy to me. I don't know. I think more's going to come out about this.
Probably.
I would not be surprised if this was an inside job. They made it look like it was a burglary, and he knew exactly when to get in there, and he stole 20.
They happened to be counting the money. It wasn't in the safe yet.
Yeah. It just happened to be that it was, his timing was impeccable. And he gets in there and he steals $10,000 to $20,000.
I'm kind of surprised that they have that much money sitting in restaurants.
I don't.
That. I mean, I guess a lot. I mean, I know for me, I don't really use cash.
Hey, see you, Tiger.
All the tourists, I'm really shocked how much cash they have. I know, like most businesses will take the money and get it to the bank. Like, I don't know, people pick it up. Wouldn't keep that kind of money.
Well, this is another reason why I think, in my opinion, it's probably something like that, because I've worked in these places before too. You can't have that kind of money out and about sitting on a table like that for a long period of time. It has to go in. It's got to be in the safe. You have to take the registers one at a time and you count out the registers. And then once that register's done, that money goes in the safe. Then you do the next register, it goes in the safe, and then the next one, and then the safe. So it's not all on the table at the same time. Right. For this type of thing to happen. That's not the case here. They happen to have $20,000 sitting on this table.
I don't know if it was like being put in the safe and they took more out. There's no real details, but you're right. That's how we even did it when I worked at Uno's. We'd count out my drawer, take it back, and each of the different places that had drawers would take them back.
Right. That's how it was for me when I worked at restaurants too. It wasn't something, you didn't have tons of money sitting out like that. No, that money, the manager, as soon as he was done with one, it went right in the safe, and they locked it. And then he went to the next one, put that in the safe, and he locked it. No chances being taken. I just think that's weird. But Bruce is right. He said, but you know what this really tells us is that they do anywhere between $10,000 to $20,000 in cash daily.
No, that's a lot. And that's what makes me wonder, too, is that just one day? Or if it was an inside job, does the bank only pick up the money every so many days? Like, was it a day where they knew they were going to have a good amount of money? Because you figure Sundays banks aren't open. Maybe it was on the weekend. I'm curious. I'm really shocked to see that there's that much cash exchanging. Most everybody uses bank cards, credit cards. You hardly see people, I thought, pay cash.
Agreed. Joe, that's the other thing, is how did he even know? Where did he put it? Did he put it in his wetsuit? Did he have a bag with him? Okay.
And that's a decent amount of cash, so you're going to have to...
How did he even know there was going to be that much cash in there?
Was he just chancing it? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, is he just chancing this and saying, you know what, tonight I'm going to go there. I'm going to pick the paddlefish. I'm going to scuba dive over there. And hopefully they'll have money for me to steal.
This definitely makes me think it was an inside. Somebody that had to have knowledge, like what's the day they have the most money? Like I said, Sundays, banks aren't open. Do they carrying cash over for 2 days, or the weekend into Monday, and then they only go a couple times a week.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's very fishy. What's up, Vicky? Welcome in. Vicky All Smiles is here. Good to have you here.
It's a seafood restaurant. It's fishy.
Yeah, very fishy. Guys, we're at 75 likes. Still 25 away. Hit that like button. I don't know. I just think it's weird. I mean, how... And he picks paddlefish specifically. He comes in scuba gear. He goes in there, and they just happen to have $20,000 waiting for him on the table. Any other day of the week, he goes in there. What do they got? $5 waiting for him, right? This guy.
All credit cards today.
Right, exactly. Yeah. This guy needs to play the lotto because his luck is phenomenal. Man, is his timing amazing. I just think it's, I just think that's weird. I just think it's weird. I could be totally wrong. I think he was let in by a Disney employee who's getting a piece. I agree. I think it's an inside job, Joe. I really do.
Yeah, you're splitting it with one of the people that was in there.
Vicky says, when I worked retail, we counted it all and then had to drive it to the bank and put it in the after-hours deposit. Box. Easily could have been robbed. Back in the day, Vicky, back in the day, I'm with you 100%. But in today's world...
At the first insurance office I worked for in the early 90s, it was all cash. And I would have to take it certain times. And I remember I would be so nervous, and fortunately my boss mostly did it. But I remember he even carried a gun. And I was like, you want me to drive it up to the bank?
Yeah, exactly.
I was what, 19, 20 when I started?
Yep.
I'm like, criminy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just think that's weird. Not only that, here's the other thing too. In the old days, all the doors were locked when the place was closed. So how the heck did he get in? Mm-hmm. Okay? All the doors are locked. And then if the doors aren't locked, when the money went into the office, they shut the office door and locked the office door.
Yes.
Okay? Yes. So that even if they got in there, they ain't getting in the office because that's locked. So not only were these doors unlocked, the front office was unlocked. So this guy just walks in and goes right to the office and takes the money.
Well, I'll tell you what, I remember when I worked at Uno's, we'd be counting drawers and they wouldn't shut the office door. So you're right. That's kind of...
Well, it's risky.
Yeah.
It is risky.
They would have the office door open. I mean, we were closed as the restaurant was concerned, but there are plenty of servers and cooks and people still there cleaning and doing who knows.
Well, but that's different because at that point, if you're getting robbed, you're getting robbed by people you know.
And that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If the front doors are locked, nobody's getting in unless somebody lets them in.
Well, that's the thing too. What if
hey,
we had
Sean.
a back door where people would take out trash and do stuff like that? Now, usually you couldn't get in, but some people would prop it open sometimes because they go out back and make a couple trips. Somebody could sneak in the back way. Yeah. People would go out back to smoke, and they'd leave the door propped open so they wouldn't have to.
I don't know. I just think there was a lot of this thing was well planned. I mean, he got everything ready. He knew when he was going. He knew how to get there. He knew where to store it. It seems like, Sean, welcome in.
It was somebody on their vacation. They knew they wanted to live large. They're like, we're staying at the Grand Flow now.
Yeah, they are, for sure. Anyway, 10 to 20.
Couldn't afford to go to Disney otherwise. Let's rob the Paddlefish and we can take a nice weekly Disney vacation.
Yeah, exactly. $10,000 to $20,000, folks. All right, there you go. That's it. I don't want to talk about that anymore. It's depressing. Somebody's rich. No, I'm kidding. They'll find them. They'll find them.
That's the thing.
They'll get them.
Something will come up and it'll be like, it's. I don't know.
He swam away, Vicky. Literally swam away.
Put his scuba gear back on and jump back into the
lake. He just goes in, takes a withdrawal of $20,000.
Put it under his sweatsuit and swam away.
Put his gear back on and said, I'm going to go for a dip. And then...
But how would they even know all that? I mean, like, they know that much. There must be cameras or something.
Right, and then he had to come out of the water somewhere. Nobody sees this guy coming out of the water.
Again, it was dark. I don't know.
Got just enough for an annual pass.
Right?
Oh, my God, that's true. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Xanlax, that's true too. Disney has they have cameras everywhere.
That's probably how they know what they know so far.
Yeah, I'm sure that
the world has cameras everywhere now. You're not
exactly, Mark. I agree. I don't think this person's ultimately going to get away with it. I could be wrong, but I don't. Yeah. They're going to tell the media and the folks, oh, we don't know who it is. Yeah, we're still investigating. We don't know. when bullcrap, they know. Because they don't want, yeah, we know who it is, and we're going to get them. Because then they're going to flee. But we'll see. No, he didn't. He didn't escape in a water car. He put the scuba gear back on and took another dip. Yeah, the Amphicar. He bought an Amphicar with the money. That's his escape car. Anyway. All right, gang. All right, look, we only got 10 minutes. Let's go. Ask us anything. It's time. I just went on and on with this. If anybody has any questions, now's your chance. No holds barred. Ask us any question. Melissa looks terrible. She's tired, got a headache. She looks depressed. She's sad. I don't know why. You can go if you want.
I've got one of those headaches like behind your eye. It's like.
How did you come up with your tagline, take care of yourselves and each other?
He just started saying it. I don't even remember. That's a good question. Because he just all of a sudden started saying it once in a while and it stuck. Yeah,
that was it. I don't know. For all I know, I probably heard it somewhere. I'm not going to give myself credit. I have no idea. Yeah, I just said it one time. I was like, I always like to say, hey, take care of yourselves. But then I was like, you know what? Take care of yourselves and each other. Oh, you know what? I did get it from somewhere. I take it back. Yep. You guys are going to laugh. You know where I got it from? Jerry Springer.
Oh, that's funny.
At the end of Jerry Springer,
and Heather Springer asked you that question.
Yep, and Heather Springer asked the question. Isn't that weird? That's where I got it. I got it from Jerry Springer. He used to always say that at the end of his monologue, at the end of his show.
That's hilarious.
As crazy and stupid as his show was, he would always end with, take care of yourselves and each other. I think that's where I got it from.
Hilarious.
See You Tiger wants to know when's the next Take My Money video. Maybe this weekend. We might film something this weekend.
You're right. See You Tiger. I am way behind on that. So when we actually go, we didn't end up going to the park this past weekend because I intended to film some. But this weekend I'll try to get some in because I definitely owe you guys that. So thanks for being patient. I just want us to go to a couple other parks. I feel like we're at Magic Kingdom so much. You kind of run out of. Yeah. We're just always at Magic Kingdom. So I feel like we might need to venture to another park.
Yeah, we will.
After we're done.
Yeah, we will.
Maybe.
Douglas says, how'd you come up with Mouse Talk? Well, originally it was a podcast. We were talking about the mouse, talking about Mickey Mouse, Mouse Talk. It really was that simple. Nothing to it.
Over.
Yep. Let's see. Any other questions? Melissa, migraine behind the eyes are the worst. Feel better. Springer spoke truth. I got that. Joe sounds like copyright infringement. It might be. Well, Jerry's gone now. God rest his soul. How many total hours do you spend in the parks? I know all of your time there isn't streamed or even vlogged. You know what, Bruce? That's a good question.
You know what's sad? We really don't spend a whole lot of time out in the parks outside of when we're there streaming. Mm-hmm. I always find sometimes it's nice when we go and just have our time because I feel like it's rare.
Hey, Jason, welcome in.
So the last time we actually spent any time there was doing the Halloween party the other night. Honestly, once we're done, we're done. We're usually heading home because we don't want to spend money eating in the parks all the time. So by the time we're done streaming on Sunday, we come home to eat lunch and, clean the house.
Take a nap.
Take a nap, all those things. So I wish we could spend more, but a lot of times you're just, life.
Any wild parties in your neighborhood lately? No, See You Tiger. It's been okay.
Fortunately, the neighbor, he had his music going the other night.
Thanks, Kim.
Not for too long.
Kim said, love the May blog. Melissa did. Awesome. Yeah, she did. Who liked Disney first?
It happened at the same time.
Yeah, the trip. Yeah, we went together on the trip, but I'm the one that came up with the idea for the vlogging and the streaming and everything. That was my idea. Marguerite Nagy, welcome in.
But we both loved Disney growing up as children. We both have our own memories of what Disney was for us as kids, but neither of us experienced Disney World until we were adults and we were married. And his parents were like, their dream was to take his family to Disney.
And they did.
His dad got a bonus and was like, we're taking you. You just come up with this part of the money for the trip. And it was both of our first trips, and we fell in love with Disney from the minute we stepped in. And our very first experience at Magic Kingdom, they had a character breakfast at Cinderella Castle. First thing, they let us in early before the park was even open, back when they did that. We would walk down Main Street with literally like 3 other people.
Yeah.
And it was back before the Starbucks was there, so you had the real Main Street bakery with the real scents coming out.
Yeah, and you had the music playing. There was nobody. It was
seeing the castle for the first time.
nobody there.
Remember that to this day.
Yeah, and there was nobody there. We had the whole park to ourselves, basically. It was a neat experience.
It was amazing.
What classic ride would you bring back if you were in charge? What classic ride would I bring back? I'd bring back Snow White Scary Adventures, personally.
Because those are ones
great movie ride from Melissa.
Yeah, great movie ride.
Yeah.
But there are plenty that we never got a chance to experience that I'm sure if we had, we'd bring back. I mean, we hear you guys talk about, like, what, Horizons and...
World of Motion,
World
stuff like
of Motion, different ones I would have liked to have tried.
Yeah. Joe says, do you prefer being in the parks in the day or night? I prefer... You know what, Joe? That's a hard question because I really enjoy early mornings. But
it's so pretty.
At night, it's so pretty. It just transforms all the parks at night. It's something about being in the parks at night.
That's very true.
See, you Tiger says, I assume you moved from up north. Was it because of Disney? It was.
Very big part of it was.
Yep.
And a lot of things, the stars aligned.
Mm-hmm.
Walt got a job promotion that allowed us to move here. It was like, it was meant to be.
Yeah.
It was divine intervention because there were so many things that had to happen. And it all just came together so smoothly that it was like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Jason says, man, that's where I'd be broke. Just eating in the parks regularly is unsustainable. Jason, we're really good at that. Now, we're better at that now. Like most Sundays when we go into the park, we'll go in the park. Sometimes we'll get like something small, but we'll go in the park, we'll stream, and we will leave and go home and eat. We won't eat in the parks.
I try to eat before I go for breakfast or pack like apple slices or bring some pretzels or something. So if we do get hungry, some nuts, bring plenty of water and drinks in the summer like Gatorades because you don't want to be spending. When we first moved here, it was really hard because we wanted to do everything and it got really pricey really fast.
Yep. Let's see. Somebody else asked me if either of you could be a cast member, what attraction would you want to work at?
Always had a hard time with that.
I want to be a boat captain. I want to ride the boats. I want to drive the boats back and forth from Wilderness Lodge and the Wilderness Campgrounds back to Magic Kingdom or to Poly and the Grand Floridian. That's what I want to do.
I know. Part of me, every time I'm in there, I'm like, maybe I'd like to. I haven't been able to make that decision still. I think part of me, because I don't like being out in the heat in the summertime, it would have to be some kind of ride person inside.
Right.
But I always tried to think, and I'm like, what I want to do Haunted Mansion, like, I don't think I could be that serious. I was trying to think of one that would be good for my personality. So I don't know. Yeah.
For me, I boats. It's my favorite transportation at Walt Disney World.
I could be a server at the 50s prime time.
Yeah, there you go.
And tell people to get their elbows off the table.
Yeah, exactly. Joe wants to drive the monorail.
Oh, fun!
I want to do the boat or a bus. I'd drive a bus. I would. No, actually, I'd want to Uber. I want to be a mini driver. I want to be a.
I don't want to drive anywhere.
Rideshare.
I hate driving. I don't even want to drive.
She doesn't drive at all.
I don't even want to drive the freaking Jungle Cruise boat.
Exactly.
Even if it's not real. No driving for me.
Jeanette, welcome in. Good to see you.
Hey, Jeanette.
Do it. My friend just moved there, applied, and got a job as a character. She started out with 140 people that auditioned, and she got it. She's in her 50s. Wow. That's awesome.
That's so cool.
Julie McCowan says, my guess was that Walt would be the train conductor. I would do that, too. I would do that, too.
Actually, he's mentioned that, too, Julie. It's funny you say that.
PhotoPass photography.
The only thing I could probably drive.
Vicky, that's a good one. PhotoPass photography. If you're good at photography, which you are, you're real good with your videos on your Instagram account. Yeah, that would be good.
I don't think I could do it. I'd be so worried about messing up somebody's picture or the kids screaming and be like, I can't. It'd be very hard to work in the parks.
It would.
Because I've heard, we've been in situations where we hear that how they treat cast members.
Yeah, and I don't think I could do it.
It's unfortunate. I mean, and it's not quite the same either. I feel like even some cast members just come off as like not caring. So, but it's hard when you're dealing with the people. We both deal in customer service. And it's a difficult world to work in customer service.
Yeah, it can be, for sure.
So maybe I'd need a job where I just don't have to. I could run the Small World and be the person up high.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Or the person up in Pirates that doesn't wave back, that's controlling everything when you go. That's what I'll do. And I'll wear the pirate hat. I don't have to talk to anyone.
Right, exactly. Yeah, me too. All right, gang, that's it for tonight. Disney DISANITY is done. We got 82 likes. That's not too bad. We appreciate everybody coming in. Hope you guys enjoyed this tonight. Melissa's headache's getting to her. We will be live Sunday from Magic Kingdom bright and early, and I'll be vlogging our Christmas craft fair Saturday. It should be a lot of fun. But, all right, y'all have a great rest of your night. Mods, great job. Members, thank you for your extra generosity and loyalty. Ninja Watchers, we know you're there. We appreciate you as well. Thanks, everybody, for coming in and making tonight fun. It's always a good time interacting with you guys. We love these home streams. All right, we'll see you this weekend. They don't ever wave back. No, they don't, Becky. You're right. We'll see if we can get them to wave on Sunday. All right, everybody, have a good rest of your day, and until next time.
Take care of yourselves and each other.
All right, we're going to go get Melissa some more medicine.
I need my Steve Folly.
That's what it is.
That's what I need.
Bye, gang.